the Warriors so far.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
Hey, right here.
Outside, James. Out to Henderson. Outside, Jackson. Shot clock at 5. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, one that doesn't get talked about enough. Length. Players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt. And that wing position feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
Back to Jackson. Intercepted. Shepard with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. And stolen by James. Mr. Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just fundamental basketball. Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
Nobody near Allen. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Strong mechanics and a high release. Shepard just needs to catch it when he's on.
Out to the wing. And here's LeBron outside. Jared Allen grabs the miss. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Here's Shepard, and it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Jackson.
Substitution on the court.
On defense, the visitors. Here's Clark. Nice D from Porzingis.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Foul. Second team foul.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Back to LeBron. Pass to Henderson. 6 on the shot clock. Some solid defense from Clark.
Oh, he missed the chippy. What are the odds? That's so frustrating.
Oh, high effort play by Hero. Running the floor to finish the fast break strong.
Back to LeBron. Pass to Henderson. Here's Huff. Now, here's Barrett. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul.
The Achilles heel of this team right now, turnovers.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Ivy with it. Picked up by Barrett. There's Hero with the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Heroes got 5 points in the quarter. Out to Barrett. Henderson outside. Howard with the steal. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Stolen by Hero. Fires the three. And Ivy now top of the key. Some nice passing by Golden State here. It's LeBron with the drive. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And it's the Warriors' ball. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here.
You love it when a guy can put a slow start behind him and begin to ramp it up.
Pass to Huff. Doubled by Howard. And stolen by Ivy. Ball stolen. Outside Rozier. Fires from deep. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
Now, here's Ivy. Nothing on the board. Inside. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
And Clark over to help. Got a piece of it. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Wow, Ivy just takes off. That high-effort transition play, that's what will make him an asset moving forward.
From downtown, rebounded by Howard.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And it's Clark slamming it down.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
The visiting team.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, able to put on a show for the ages. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. Back right after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Ivy with the bucket.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
LeBron is doubled. Pass to Nesmith. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Nesmith has got his second basket of the night.
Aaron Nesmith had his feet ready, his hands were ready to catch the basketball, and as soon as it touches his fingertips, he lets it fly.
And the foul called on Porzingis. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Third personal foul.
Full 24-second shot clock. And for those who are turning in, we're about a minute into the second half.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
Doris, you mentioned that you value the way Porzingis is able to neutralize shot blockers.
There is value to a big who can step away into the three-point line and stretch your defense to a place you are uncomfortable with. And then on the other end of the floor, this guy provides elite rim protection and rebounding. You have to respect the two-way ability of Kristaps Porzingis.
Here's Ivy. He has 6. There's the pick. And slam dunk by Ivy.
It doesn't take much room. Ivy saw some daylight and just took off.
The 3 from LeBron. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Clark. LeBron outside. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Boy, with your 4th foul, you are going to have to be selective with how you guard and how physical you are.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Shots good by Hero. Hero's got 11 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Pass to Ivy. Here's Clowney. Neesmith covering. Here's Clark. And it's Clark slamming it down.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Some nice passing by Golden State.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Here's Porzingis. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
The finish. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
LeBron James.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. Rings are the thing. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said, in modern sports fandom, the tone that everybody wants to set is win the championship or nothing else matters. You don't win a championship, you're a failure. But it's really not true. It's not real life. This is not a zero-sum game. Back to you.
Every win counts for something. Thanks a lot, Allie. Jackson is doubled. It's tipped. Ivy with it. He's picked up by LeBron. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Pass to LeBron. LeBron is doubled. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots. Jackson misses.
+8. And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over.
Here's Clowney. And stolen by James. In the corner, Henderson with it. Porzingis trying to get free. Henderson, no good. Pass to Clowney. Back to Clark. The rebound by James. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The rebound by Ivy. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Warriors, Brandon Clark. One shot.
That one misses for Clark.
Substitution on the court.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
First personal
Yeah, that's a
foul.
tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Outside for Jackson. And taken away by Brown. Tyler Hero has been leading the charge for the Warriors. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points.
Visiting team, 13.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Now Henderson. Here he goes. Pass to Neesmith. Jackson with the screen. Now here's Neesmith. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And with NBA defenses more spread out than ever, Doris, teams are getting more aggressive, looking for offensive rebounds.
They are, Kevin, because it can be a valuable asset to get extra possessions. You're winning on the margins if you do that. And let's remember, certain guys just have a knack for getting offensive rebounds, so why not let those guys work?
6 to shoot. Fires the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
There's a screen. Pass to Ivy. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Ivy's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift. That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Substitution for your Warriors.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Brown with it. Now Henderson defending. Down low. And Allen slams it in.
Oh, when Jared Allen gets near the basket, you just know he's going to finish with authority.
Here's LeBron. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They can look
We've got to get this guy in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown taking flight with that insane athleticism.
Jackson misses.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
This is why Brown is one of the very best in our game. He's so good at getting into the flow.
LeBron outside. Shot to stop the run. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
When LeBron's playing days are over, and GA, who knows when that'll be, what will you remember most about his play?
You know, I don't think there's ever been a player who came into the league with such lofty expectations and not only met those expectations, but fair to say, he's exceeded them.
You simply must stay attached to Jaylen Brown in a catch-and-shoot situation so dangerous.
Here's Shepard. And it's in there.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Outside for Jackson. And stolen by Vassell. Back to Brown. And stolen by James. Henderson, no one around him. Offline with his 3. To the inside. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Timeout called the Warriors. Tipped away. The kick out to Brown. Back to Allen. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Brown with it. Now Henderson defending.
Jaylen Brown very capable of taking stretches of games over. Right now, he's got the entire offensive arsenal working.
Pass to Henderson. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Brown. Allen, the open look. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And it's 6 points for Jared Allen.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
The kick out to LeBron. And stolen by Vassell.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jaylen Brown.
I'll tell you, he was their engine all game long, setting his teammates up for success.
Screen by James. In the corner, Henderson with it. Pass to James. Shot clock at 6. Into the lane. No good again that time. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Over in the corner, Brown. Stolen by Henderson. LeBron outside. Got it.
Well, just one more example of his
Get back home, and better is the food that fell early. Slither with these snakes, homie, Lord have mercy.